Welcome back to part 3 of our hand review with Brendan, Trebendo Daze on Twitter. Go to the previous videos to get more details on what the heck this is that we're playing, but we're going to dive right into part 3 here, where we just saw a big pot poker lose a big pot. Alright. Oh, come on, work now. Alright, there we go. Seems to okay. 8-10 suited. We are gonna let this one go, I assume.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could make a case for like 2 betting, but whatever.
If we want to get saucy, Jack 5 is gone. 4-6. Probably too short stacked to do this, and our table's too active to try and steal here.
We're in bad position there.
Yeah.
4-6
7-9. We are letting that go. Ace Jack under the gun, and we have 9-handed table here.
9-handed, yeah. This is pretty pukey.
This is close. Are there many short stacks? There really aren't many short stacks. Because I was gonna say, if we get shoved into by like a 7 big blind pot, we have to stack. We have to call, but there aren't that many short stacks. We could maybe try to steal. We got the big stack and the big blind. He's gonna call a lot, but that's kind of okay because we're good against his random calling range.
You can make a case for literally all 3 options right now.
Yeah,
and those options are folding, shoving, and raising.
Yeah.
And I decided to go with the tight one.
You went with the fold. And I think that's totally fine. Ace Jack again in the big blind. And, ooh, this is an interesting spot. So we got a under the gun raise and a call. I mean, it seems like Ace Jack isn't a type of hand we can really 3-bet here because the under gun raise, if we think this guy is raising pretty tight, this was the Ace 5 guy, which maybe is more of a reason to raise here.
I mean, if
the other guy's pretty tight. Yeah, I think we have to jam if we're gonna raise here. I actually think it's okay to jam here.
But I'm worried about Sir Nuts a lot. I mean, Sir Nuts a lot knows that big pot poker is crazy, but at the same time, he's not flatting. I'm not sure if he's flatting things that are much worse than Ace Jack.
You don't think he's flatting with like?
I
think he's flatting with like Jack 10 suited and like connectory type hands.
Possibly,
and
but
like
he also has Ace
small
Queen.
Pairs and things like that.
Also, yeah, I'm not small pairs. I mean, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel good about shoving in because I think Sir Nuts a lot is going to call a lot of the time, but things that absolutely crush us.
Yeah, I feel like it's not that great for us, and I think we are getting such an insane price to just call here, and it's much easier to play this hand if we, or it just feels a lot cleaner if we just play this hand this way.
It's cleaner, but it's also kind of scary because what do we do on this board?
Oh, well, yeah.
We check call, right?
Yeah, I don't see any point to raise. Yeah, we're definitely not folding. Folding's out of the question. Yeah, we're calling.
Seems bad.
Raising doesn't make a lot of sense, so we're just gonna call. We're just gonna check. Let's see what he decides to do here. Checks it back, so we're feeling good at this point.
Pretty good.
I would. Oh, this is interesting.
I think this is a nice time to throw out a little blocker bet value bet.
I think that's fine. Yeah, I mean, our 2 options are make a smallish value bet here, or, because this guy seems kind of spewy, I could see checking to see if it just induces him to do something really crazy with a hand that's totally missed. Sure. But I think there are a lot of hands here he has that are kind of just barely connected, random 9s and queens and whatever. Yeah.
If we throw it out, we can represent some bluffs.
You did choose to check here.
Yeah. I don't know why I did that. I think why I did that actually was because I think when he checks back, he actually does have a decent amount of value hands still that beat us.
Mm-hmm.
And those value hands are particularly Ace Queen and Ace King.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think betting maybe is a little bit better. I don't know why I did that.
I mean, I have a lot of opinions about this guy just from that spewy Ace 5 hand. I think if this guy had Ace King, I think he's betting the turn.
Sure.
I especially with the small bet he made on the flop. Usually if you're going to make a small bet on the flop like that, you're just kind of trying to feel, do my opponents have a hand?
Yeah.
And you're doing that so then you can make a bigger bet on the turn, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
He
checks back, so I
Sad
know.
Panda. We got the Ace Jack. What's he got here?
I think it knocks automatically.
Oh, yeah, this is fucking ACR where you don't get to see
Yeah, you don't
people's
get to see.
hands. It sucks.
Eh.
All right.
I think we're gonna fold. That
Folds
one.
round, and yeah, we probably just gotta let this go.
Small blind stinks.
Yep. We're sitting at 25 big blinds. We're feeling pretty good here.
Okay, it's shove, so no.
Yeah, this guy's shoving. We can't call with 9-10 suited. Yeah, I mean, we're sitting with 25 big blinds here. We're kind of just chilling. There aren't too many short stacks. We don't have to worry about, like, the super shoving. We're not going to see a shove every hand like we were earlier, basically. So we're more just looking for normal spots. I mean, 25 big blinds, you can't do too much, too crazy, but you can try to steal some blinds and things like here.
Yeah, this is basically an attempt at a steal. I mean, I think big pot poker might give us some trouble, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think we can raise fold here pretty happily, and I think this is a decent steal spot.
Yeah, I think this is
29
fine.
suited, you know.
And I think big pot poker is not great, so I'm actually kind of fine seeing hands with him, even out of position, so whatever. Who knows what'll
And then
happen.
we take it down.
We take it down.
That's pretty good.
I'm really judging big pot poker on that ace-5
Yeah,
play.
big pot poker, I hope you don't watch this video because we are jerks. Oh, two kings.
In the muck. No, we got
Not
pot
in the
kings.
muck. Two kings.
All right, so you raise it on up here, making the same raise you made before. That's good. And it folds through.
We don't want to see that.
Man, we've had so many big hands fold through. King, queen here, we are not deep enough to call. I think we just got to
I think
fold.
we're dominated by so much that's
Yeah.
calling and that guy shoves. So,
Yep. And how does this shove go? He wins with ace queen versus ace jack.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah, so we would have been behind. King 9, we are letting that go. So 21 big blinds, we're getting a little shorter now. But we're still okay. We're just getting again to awkward stack sizes. 3-9 is bye-bye. Come on. 4-10 is probably gone too. Yeah.
Ace 8.
Ace 8 is totally playable on the button. You make it a min raise here, unlike your previous ones that had the extra.
Yeah, I mean, the other one's ace 9, this is ace 8. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it seems to be pretty random.
I don't know. Maybe that's your line for it. No, that's fine. All right.
I really have absolutely no idea. Sometimes I feel like I can click the button.
All right. Well, we got a hand.
Pocket 10s. It's a good hand.
Folds to us even, making it better.
It's an obvious
Now we do
raise.
add the 335 back in, and it folds through, as always. Yeah, we are not getting called with our good hands here, which makes me more inclined to want to bet. At this point, too, I would be taking a look around the table and looking at everybody's stats. We haven't played, so a lot of these, are these stats right? Or like all of these
No,
players
they're
new?
I think I got.
Oh, you got moved to a
table.
new table. Oh, that's why I'm so confused here.
Yeah.
Oh, so which means that other guy's not here. Okay, so we're at a new table now. But yeah, so far everybody seems real passive, so I would start opening more stuff up. Including ace 9, maybe not. Like this is probably this is real close actually.
Yeah, it's real close. Maybe a position over. I'd probably open it.
Yeah. Oh, I would definitely open it one position over. But I think you could start making a case for opening things like that. What happened there? Who shoved on that?
Danny BL shoved, and then your fave Brit called.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Calls with 10s. Okay.
Seems.
He shoved
Danny
5-6 suited with 14 big blinds.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
Yeah.
That's a little crazy.
Good job. Remember, when you shove and get called heads up, like your biggest card is often what wins. Like high card wins so many pots. So a hand like 5-6 suited just is not very good.
I mean, it's just too many big blinds to shove.
Yeah. Jack 10 off or folding. This guy raise folds.
7 deuce.
7 deuce. We probably. I'm gonna assume you fold that here.
Go ahead.
Yeah. How do I? There we go. All right. 10 deuce also going in the muck.
In the muck.
10 jack suited. This hand we keep mentioning. I think you're definitely raising here. Oh, jam. What? Jamming 16 big
Shipping.
blinds. Okay.
15. Oh, 15 and a half.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I have reasons for this, and I think they're pretty justified.
I think it's reasonable. I mean, it's like when you get called, you're usually not in that bad a shape when you get called.
Yeah, almost
and,
never. And I don't really want to raise call.
And the table feels pretty tight and everything else. I think it's fine.
I don't know. Like, I feel like we can raise and go to a flop, but I feel like this will work so often, and when it doesn't, we get called by like ace-9 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's more profitable to raise there. I don't really think it is.
If we want to talk about raising, actually, I don't know who Gone Bananas is at this point when I'm playing.
Yeah.
Right now, I know who Gone Bananas is, and he's a really good player who streams sometimes.
Okay.
I think especially raising into someone who's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, we have position, of course.
Take away a lot of
flop skill.
his
I mean, I think it's.
Yeah, I think that makes. I think that's all more reason to shove. That makes sense. But you didn't know that at the time. So.
I didn't know that, but.
Little spicy here. Calling with the suited king. Again, getting 3.72 to 1. Yeah, I'm looking at this, and it's one nice thing about doing these hand reviews. I'm thinking about, like, well, what do I do, and is that right? Like, I probably fold this spot more than I should, maybe, but because I think, yeah, that really is a good price for it. Like, it seems like you should call it.
Yeah, it's a good price. I don't know. It's suited.
And then he makes this little itty-bitty bet here, and we just have to, like, sad face fold, I think. Yeah. I mean, but we were just hoping, we were hoping to connect with the flop for that price, and we did not.
You could talk about calling with those backdoors.
Yeah. Float it and try to do something funky later. You're probably not going to raise a jack deuce. No. Probably not going to raise the 7-6. Definitely not now. Fives could get a raise.
Not anymore.
No, you're just mucking them.
Jam that, but I don't really see any reason, especially with a guy running 14-5 or whatever.
Yeah. King deuce. We're going to let that go. Well, eventually hands will happen. So do interesting things happen in this tournament?
Yeah, they happen.
Do we ever have, like, deep stack play? Ever?
No. It's an MTT. Why would we have deep stack play?
Usually, like, tournaments go through waves of, like, you're short stacked for a little while, and then you get up to, like, 35 big blinds for a while, and you have a few hands. This has been, like, one of these tournaments where we're just, like, scraping the bottom for the majority of the tournament, at least so far. Which is, whatever. Some tournaments go like that, we can't do anything about it.
They can't all be Fader Holtz.
Yeah, just run good through the whole thing.
This, I'm not sure. Interesting. Yeah.
We look at this price. 4.44 to 1.
I mean, 5-4 off is a really bad hand. I can think you can go either way here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I remember this hand.
We're going to have some fun here.
Oh, yeah, we are. Ready?
Oh, god damn! This is a gut check here. What's this guy doing?
He's
super tight.
He's essentially 1.5xing the pot.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like when people do this, a lot of times they're just saying, like, you didn't connect with this flop. I'll show you. Like, there's no way you have this flop. So, I mean, I feel like we could be ahead sometimes, but man, when we're not, we're totally fucked.
Yeah,
so I think the standard play is to fold here.
Do you think he has pocket aces?
No.
Okay, do you think he has pocket eights?
Yeah.
You think he could have pocket eights? Okay, possibly. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Do you think he has, 7-9 suited? Wouldn't all of these hands make smaller
because
bets?
He's playing pretty tight.
Wouldn't all these hands make smaller bets, though?
Some people just go like, oh, your stack is about the size of the pot. I'm just going to jam here. I think this does look pretty bluffy. I
think it looks really bluffy. That's all my point. I think he has diamonds.
Yeah.
I think he has overcards. I think he might have, like, pocket eights or something like that, where he doesn't want to see a turn or something like that. Yeah. But I don't think he ever has kings, queens, or aces. But yeah, I just don't.
What I'm hearing is you're calling.
Yeah, I'm calling.
I love it. I
think, in fact, I snap called.
I love it. That is like no. I mean, I think you're right. I mean, that was my initial thought was like, against a lot of players I would fold because I'm used to playing against nitty bad players that never don't usually make these types of bluffs.
Yeah.
But against like the next level up of player, they will do this a lot where they just say like, you didn't connect with this pot, fuck
sense.
you.
Why would you do that with pocket 10? So why would you do that?
Well, again, like, I think a better player will balance their plays by doing this with good hands and betting. Like if you're playing against really good players, I think they will do that sometimes.
Yeah. But I think you can have a.
We see the blue card peel off, but I mean, presumably this isn't the end of the tournament.
Absolutely nothing. He had ace jack.
Ace jack, yeah. I mean, and it's not the worst for him. I mean, it's 2 overs, so like even if he's got equity against most of your hands that you're calling with, it's not. I don't hate his play either.
I'm check jamming if he bets smaller. I'm check jamming. I'm not folding a pair.
Yeah, that's probably right. I mean, that's if we're calling with 5-4, that's what we're calling to do, I guess. So,
indeed.
Yeah. No, nice hand. I like it. Yeah, I don't always make those types of plays just because I'm just always wary of potentially bad players like shoving. Like they just a lot of times in tournaments they don't like putting a lot of chips in. Even I don't know, but yeah, I think it was a great play all around. I like it. Yeah, could have been the end of the tournament, but it was not. All right, yeah, fold that to the raise.
I guess you could do that or something.
I don't think you're gonna raise this. Oh, somebody else raises before you, so you're definitely not. We are folding there. I guess we could see what this guy is shoving with. Calls it off. This guy has pocket fours. Open shoves, pocket fours, 13 big blinds. This is what we talked about before. Yeah. Okay.
4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 makes it straight.
And the other guy had 10s that he called with. Everybody's playing reasonable. Yeah.
Reasonable.
Folding this. 10, 8 suited. I'm going to fold that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's just under the gun.
Yeah, I mean, this table's a little too tight. They're a little tight, but not tight enough to, start raising that under the gun. We got an ace-5 here. If it folds to us, we're definitely raising.
We did our 2.2x or whatever.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
I mean,
get a fold, get a call.
I remember this hand, and I really don't know what to do. I really do not know what to do.
I think I'm fine with checking it back here because let's just check it back here.
I don't know what I did. I think I'm thinking like he's not folding better. Like unless he'd fold a deuce. He'd fold a deuce. He'd fold like pocket threes. Possibly fold a 4 without a diamond.
He might fold a deuce. I mean, he's got. I mean, how big of a bet are we making?
Something like 6,500 or something like that.
I think he might call with a deuce. He's like, you just got a fucking blue card, and you want to see if he can get there. Especially if he's got deuce plus blue card, he's 100% calling.
Deuce plus
that.
Blue card, he's not folding.
But I think like even a lot of random deuces, he might be like, you just on a blue card, you're on a blue card draw.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah.
But I like to check back, but you like the bet. Apparently.
I'm not sure if this is right.
I mean. The nice thing about this kind of bet, it's a real small bet, but it gets him to fold anything that's doesn't have a blue card and isn't a pair.
Or it doesn't have a blue card higher than 7.
Yeah.
But
yeah, probably true, yeah.
Here's what I think I bet, but it could be wrong. I think I bet because if we check back and the guy just bets, we could be making like so many mistakes and we have to fold. And I'd rather just bet and take the pot down there. I don't know if that's like wrong thinking.
This is again where I kind of look at like I agree, but that's kind of like you saying like I could be exploited in this way if this player is really reading my intentions this way and they're this type of aggressive player.
Yeah.
Whereas like, and I think it's just a little too speculative. And our hand has showdown value. So and equity to hit other things and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't mind. I don't hate this type of bet. Because but to your argument about we can get bet on the turn and get bet off, we can also just get raised here and get raised off.
I think my idea was that it's just going to make the hand easier to play if I bet out right here. But it could be wrong.
Yeah, it means he's probably not going to lead the turn, whereas he might lead the turn otherwise. But now he's called, and now we're just like, well, I guess I'm done with this hand, right?
Yeah, I'm just done. I mean, I'm just done.
And yeah, now we beat literally no hand here. Wow. Actually, this is weird to see him check. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Here's what I think about the check. I think a couple things. I think if he has a king with no diamond, he'll check. I think if he has the ace of diamonds, he'll probably bet. And I think if he has
if he's queen of diamonds, he's betting.
He'll probably bet also. I think he's never folding a diamond, and he's probably not folding a king.
So he's got 9 of diamonds.
I just don't think he has much of a folding range here. When I bet, I only rep 2 cards, right? That I probably would have bet on the turn anyway.
He's got 10 jack with the jack of diamonds, and he decides not to bet it on the river.
Well, he doesn't have 10 jack with the jack of diamonds if they're calling the flop.
Some people, I would expect him to bet the turn if he was going to do that.
That. Or I just don't know if he has a folding range here, and I rep so thin that I just don't want to bet out.
I'm just really trying to. Yeah,
I don't know.
I find it really weird that he bets that river. So I guess if he doesn't bet the river, okay. So what makes sense when he doesn't bet the river is that he doesn't have a diamond. He's just got a single pair type hand.
He is a bluff catcher.
And we could jam on him if we are getting real saucy. But his stack isn't super huge, so he could just be like, I'm going to fuck off.
We
rep a diamond. Yeah, we're saying, I got a diamond, you're going to pay me off. Ace of diamonds. I would jam the queen of diamonds, too. Though we should be betting the queen of diamonds on the turn. So.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. It just feels weird to me. I forget what he had.
I think it's reasonable. So I would guess he's got some one-pair type hand.
King Jack.
King 9.
Yeah. I don't think he's even folding that if he's a good player.
Yeah. He potentially should have thought about leading the turn just because you're going to have a lot of blue cards, and he almost certainly is ahead.
Yeah, but he could let me bluff a little more. I don't know. I think his play's fine.
Maybe, but if you've got the 5 of blue, though, I mean, you're less likely to have it. I don't know.
I think his play's fine. I don't know about my play. I don't know.
I don't think there's much you could do. But I think I think he is giving up his hand strength. Oh yeah, you could check the flop. He's going to lead the turn, and then we fold, and you save a little bit of chips, and I think that's fine. I think he is giving up his hand strength, and maybe you can use that on the river. But I don't have that move in me.
I don't know. I think you'd see through that, especially knowing who he is. But anyway, we're going to raise this.
Yeah, I think this raise is good. And you're just going to jam it in. 17 bigs. We're right on that line where that's...
Did I have 17 bigs? Yeah, maybe raise calling is the better. I'm not raise folding.
Yeah.
So...
You can... and actually the nice thing is you can raise fold if it goes bet, raise, call, re-raise. Yeah, something like that.
Some crazy action, of course. Yeah. If it goes raise... re-raise, I'm snap folding.
Yeah.
But I don't want to I feel like I'm making a lot of equity errors to pairs that might rejam against me. So
yeah.
I just did the unexploitable thing, but
yeah, but doing a 2.5x there is reasonable.
Yeah,
I think.
It's definitely reasonable.
And it just saves you in those situations where there's some big hands out there.
I think I could get called by worse, ace jack suited or something.
Yeah.
Possibly.
But yeah, if that's the only hand you're targeting to call you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe raising is better.
Yeah. Okay. You like to call from here,
I think I like to jam this actually.
You like to jam this. Yeah, it's probably okay. I mean, it's not my favorite hand to jam here because if we get called, we're behind a decent amount of time, but I think it's okay. Oh,
that's not good.
Oh, we don't like this. Saved by the river.
Yep.
Yeah. Like I said, if we get called here.
Not only that, we literally had 1 out. No, 2 outs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, like if we get called there, it doesn't feel great.
Doesn't.
Um,
Yeah, that might be wrong.
so I mean, the safer play is just to call, see the flop, and fold. We do give away some things there.
I'd probably check call it.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, you would end up check calling the flop.
Check.
Check.
Well,
He's probably betting the turn because he's got the flush draw, and then you fold. Yeah.
I fold correctly given the odds.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that might be a little saucy there, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad, but it might be bad.
Yeah. So
I
we
limp there.
limp. I think that's fine, and you just decide to stab the
I
flop.
bet with a gut shot to get things like king 3 to fold or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's I love betting in this situation because it's like he doesn't have an ace most of the time.
No,
like he's gonna raise that, so like I think that's fine. Shitty turn card for us that he checks it through. What do we even think he has here? Like a jack or a 7, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty
Pretty much, jack or a 7.
Yeah.
Or maybe like a king high.
And he's not gonna. Maybe he's gonna fold.
I think betting here is not that bad. I think betting here is actually reasonable.
God, I'd love
I
to
don't know what the heck I did. I think this is better because he has a bigger folding range here, much more than Gone Bananas did.
Like,
before.
what do you bet? Just a normal. I feel like if you give it a normal size bet,
would
he just
bet-
calls. Like, I feel like you've got to like overbet the pot to get him to fold.
I think I can rep like
Or pot it.
I think I can rep a lot of hands like that would bet like 7,000.
Yeah, but I think like he's just gonna side call if he's got a jack, and definitely calling if he's got a 7,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I
So,
don't know.
so I think you've got to overbet the pot to make it happen.
Very possibly. I don't know.
Oh, and he apparently had a diamond, so I guess
Or
good
not.
thing we didn't fold.
But we're not calling. I mean, you could check raise.
No, I think he's got to have a diamond there, or he made a boat. I don't know, or he just had the trip 7s and he's got for it. Who knows? Yeah, yeah, I guess so.
Just raising here.
Yeah.
Gone
Raise it.
Bananas, you stink.
Um,
They're Gone Bananas. You gave me a lot of trouble here.
check. I think is reasonable. I mean, we just don't feel good about any of this, and then we're just folding. Yeah, it all seems reasonable.
You could bet the flop, but
Yeah,
I
make
don't
a
know,
make a
without
small bet on the
diamond, it just
flop.
kinda stings.
Small bet on the flop kind of looks like it is, but it's fine. But I think folding is or check folding is the standard play. Folding here. Oh, we can see what they're going in with. Ducks
Standard,
versus jacks. Yeah,
Two very good plays.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's fine. Raising it on up here. 6-5-5-5 now.
6-5-5-5. Yep.
All right. We're getting some shitty flops here for our hands. Checks. We got 2 overs. This doesn't connect with him insanely, but it connects with his range better than ours. We could just jimmy jam it here, but I'm okay with checking it back.
I don't know. I think he has a lot of things that are better that fold, like say Queen 8, King 3, King Deuce, whatever things that just defended. You can make those all fold with 6,000 bet.
With just 6,000. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But-
so you make a small bet here and just hope that
If
you
he
fold out
jams,
some
we're getting
crud.
like 3-1 and like with 2 overcards.
Ugh.
I guess we bet fold. You could bet fold or check back and look for like a queen or like an 8.
Yeah, I usually just check in
So I
here.
check back.
I mean,
At this point,
I think this just.
Oh,
I think you're
why
just gonna
did you do
find
that?
better spots. Now you decide to
I don't know why I
bet
did
on the
that.
turn. I mean, for the reasons you would bet on the flop, like he's not.
Yeah.
He shorts.
now I'm repping like 7s and 8s. I just don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I this seems like one of those bets where you're not even worried about what you're repping. You're just like, I just want to see if I can make you fold.
That's
sort
pretty
of
much
bets.
what I thought. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the worst result, he just calls, and you're just like, super puke.
Yeah, I think it was bad.
Jack high, good.
Might be.
Jack high good. No. 7 king.
He
Wow.
called with an open ender. Oh yeah, I remember being really sad after this. Yeah, that's like so horrible.
So like
I
yeah,
think
and
it's really bad
and
on
you
his
could have
part,
bet him
actually,
off
but
like on the flop too, but since you didn't,
Nope.
did not
he
work
gave him an
out.
open ender and he called.
Yeah.
I guess because of the good price and because of king high. I don't know. That's just a disaster.
Yeah. Yeah, you gave him a good flop. I think calling with the open ender, or you gave him a good price rather. I think calling with the open ender
And
makes
king
sense.
high. And he had king high.
All right, it's coming through here, and you decide to call.
He had 8 big blinds. This could be wrong.
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. Like, yeah, we're kind of ahead sometimes, or we're really fucking far behind.
Yeah.
I think this is bad.
Yeah, it could be wrong.
but you know,
Okay.
and he's gonna show up with ace king. I know it. Okay, a7. Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
Good play.
How many times has this happened in this tournament where
I think this might be the last
you've made a way too like what I'm calling a too wide call. The opponent has had you dominated, and
we
you've
make
luck
okay.
sacked out.
I mean, that's how you win tournaments.
I think you should reevaluate like your calling range in these spots.
Yeah,
Like,
it might be slightly a little wide. I mean,
and again, I don't think people are shoving correctly most of the time. Like, I don't think they're shoving the range you think they're shoving.
Right. That could be right. On top of that, it is only 8 big blinds, and we already have a big blind out there, and there are antes, so we only need to be about 40% against this range. Right? We don't need to be ahead. So I think if we're losing chips on the scale of like 2,000, 3,000 chips max. Like, not that much, but it definitely could be my CB.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think this has happened several times, and you should take note of that.
I think
it's a little result oriented, but I mean, I've said it every time before. I'm like, I think this is a little loose. I think he's got you dominate a lot of the time.
Oh, you tell me before you go in what you want to do there.
Oh, 11 big blinds. We've got ace jack. Here I'm calling. I'm calling.
Yeah, or rejam.
What do they have behind
Isolating.
us?
I mean,
yeah,
but we don't want to call and then call. We don't want to call and then fold. So we have to.
Right, so we have to rejam. That's fine. To other players out there, if you haven't seen this before, I mean, the basic idea is you're going to have to call if any of these other players shove anyway, because they're not shoving for that much more. So you might as well just put all of your chips in to discourage them from getting in there with random hands.
Like a pocket pair that has a good chance of winning.
Yeah.
King, queen suited or something.
So ace jack. I mean, we're not feeling like ace jack is one of the lesser hands that we're calling with.
I might do that with ace 10.
Yeah. But hoping we're good here.
I forget what happened.
No.
10 queen suited.
10 queen suited. Okay.
So it turns out that was a fist pump thing.
Yeah. All that shit I said about how people don't shove as wide as you think. No. I mean, that's understandable.
I think that's a good shove with 10 suited.
Yeah, needs 11. Yeah, needs 11 big blinds. Yeah. Like that seems about right.
I was watching him. He's some guy from like Bucharest or something, or Romania. I think he's a good player.
Good news is we had a lot of chips there, so we're still at 20 big blinds. But bad news is, again, we have never like had a healthy stack at this tournament, or we've had it for like 5 hands and then lost half of it.
I remember that being a pretty bad hand. I remember being very sad after that one. Keep going.
All right.
Just truck along here.
Yeah. But we're back in the 20 big blind.
I think we might be in the cash.
We're about in the money now, yeah.
We might be in the
I mean,
money.
do you remember the bubble coming into play at all for you? Like, were you thinking about it with some of that
I think
stuff?
we're past the bubble. I think we're starting to get to a decent amount of chips here. I'm pretty sure actually the eventual winner is on our table right now.
Because it's you.
Yeah.
You don't want to spoil it. Don't tell them. Tell them.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's you. Yeah.
Yeah, 25 grand richer. Yep, that's me.
25 grand up top.
25 grand up top.
That's pretty good. That's pretty exciting.
Actually, I do know. I was wrong about the eventual winner. It's me. Yeah.
I do know how big that check was. Okay.
That came in Bitcoin.
Jamming ace queen, 15
I mean,
big
you could
blinds.
raise fold that.
I think it's.
I mean, sorry, whoops, not raise fold, raise call.
Yeah.
But
I
ace
think,
queen flops bad. Like,
nah, let's just jam it.
okay, I think
This I probably still want to jam it.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not what I did.
I mean, this is fine. Okay. Oh god. So we're gonna see a flop. Yeah. This is why I just want to jam it. Oh, okay.
Well, we have top set.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty good.
Tough game
What
here.
would we do here? Oh,
yeah.
bet?
Sorry. Yeah. What do I do here? I check it back. To be honest.
It's pretty wet. Hits their board. It hits their range pretty hard.
Yeah, it's close. Yeah, and it looks kind of bluffy when we bet. This is the guy, right, who called us before with the open ender. Although I think that was pretty reasonable.
That's not him.
Oh, that's not him. Is that guy? Okay. Then yeah, it's fine.
We sucked out on your favorite.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of hands you can get called by, but I think we're also like so nutted, and our hand is and we're relatively short stack that like if any action starts happening, like we're getting it all in anyway, so we don't need to build a pot as hard. This guy
is probably the worst turn in the deck.
Gross turn, but still, I'm not that afraid. Like,
what are you doing?
I've got to bet again because now I think he's gained a bunch of equity if he just happened to have a random club. Granted, I don't know what the hell he has
you could have
at this
king
point.
7 with the king of clubs.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You could have 5. 5 ace with the ace of clubs, ace 5 with ace of clubs.
Yeah,
I think we have to bet. And now what do you do?
We call. I mean, we're at the top of our range. Like, we have to
We
call.
have 22%.
It sucks. He's going to do this with, there's 3 to a flush. He's going to do this with lots of combo draws of, I've got, either he's got like some sort of like open-ended straight draw type deal or a pair and a draw. So I think, we got to call it off. And it's real, 3.52 to 1.
Yeah, I mean, we have the odds to draw to a boat.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I mean, it's disgusting. But we cooler him, so that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, I mean, like it really doesn't matter what we do this hand because it's so easy for us to get our full stack in that I think it's okay to check the flop here, even though it's a wet flop that you can get called by a lot. It doesn't really matter because anything that's going to call you in the flop is often going to call you on the turn. And yeah, sometimes like he's gonna have the flush draw and you're gonna give him a free card and whatever, but that's rare enough that I don't care that much about it.
I think if there are boards out there that I would want to bet top set on, this would be close to one of them. I can definitely see the case for checking back. I'm not sure which one's right. I think checking back might be a little better. Yeah.
I wouldn't argue that it's necessarily better.
I don't know. It's close. It's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah.
I can definitely see why you check back.
Let that go. We got a hand.
King. Oh, that's a good hand.
This guy jams for 19. I mean,
I'm not folding ace king. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not folding ace king.
I mean, we can't, but I'm just trying to figure out. I'm hoping this means like, well, but so this probably means
queen, ace jack, ace 10.
Really? I mean, like,
sure, why not?
With 19 bigs, he's shoving. I don't think he's shoving ace queen. Now he's gonna turn up ace queen.
Well,
I think he's shoving a lot of like medium pairs.
Well, you're wrong.
Oh, he's open shoving 19 big blinds with king jack.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
I mean, his name is Etstyes Ballin.
It's a little crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd rather raise if I were him. But
these guys are seriously playing $100 online tournaments.
I don't think, honestly, I really don't think that's that bad.
I think it's awful.
You really do?
I think it's way bad. I mean, okay. I mean, I guess.
I don't know.
Like with 10 big blinds.
I'm pretty sure if we shark scoped him, I'm pretty sure he's a winning player.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, maybe it's not the worst, but I think it's definitely a losing play.
I think it's slightly losing, yeah. But definitely can't fold ace king. Yeah. So now I think at this point in the tournament, I'm actually fourth.
Oh, really? Fourth in chips. No.
I was actually first in chips.
Really? Because we don't have that. This is why.
No, I wasn't.
I was gonna say. I mean, we don't have that many chips.
No, I was like 8th or 9th or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's more reasonable because like we really don't have that many 54 big blinds. That's a healthy stack, but that's usually not like chip leader stack.
I'm pretty sure like 120 people cashed or 150 people cashed, and we're down to like 80.
Okay. Things are getting serious. Are the jumps big or kind of just normal?
Jumps weren't that huge. Like I said, 25 grand up top, 10 grand for maybe like 15 grand per second.
Yeah. So final table jumps are probably big, but everything else is
we're looking
kind
at like 30,
of gradual.
40, 50
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not really worried about ICM.
Yeah. And we can't put pressure on people really either.
So this is interesting.
You decide to... Okay, this guy limps, and you're just like, fuck you, you're limping with trash?
Basically, I think from the thing that you were saying before where, we want to let this guy... that you can't limp on us with your any two cards. On top of that, like, I think if I'm going to raise with something, obviously not for value here the size of bluff, like it's with a hand that flops horrendously. It's like one of the worst hands ever, and I'd just like rather not see a flop with it.
I guess, but I don't know. I'd actually rather do this with a better hand in case we do have to see like a bigger flop. I don't know. It's okay. I don't want to play a big chip pot with this shit hand.
No, I don't either.
We're just hoping he folds here.
Well, yeah, we want him to fold, but I think what does he really want to call 7,000 chips out of position with his like garbage, or he's check shoving? He might be check shoving.
I think that yeah, I agree. That's totally fair. Of like, and we've got a healthy enough stack that we can be willing to risk this types of chips. And this guy's got a pretty healthy stack too, so we can kind of show him like, hey, we're gonna mess around, we're gonna play this real thing, and he's probably gonna be more like, oh well, I've got a healthy stack, I don't want to risk it. I'm trying to play passive. Let's just go.
Like 33%. That has to work like 33% of the time for it to be good. So.
You're risking an additional 7K to win 17 total. So yeah, something like that. Little more than that, but yeah.
Or 7 to win 17, so I'm getting more than 2 to 1. So like.
No, I'm including your. Sorry, so the pot before that is 10, right? You're paying 7 to win 10.
Okay, so it's to work like what 38% of the time.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, I think it might.
Yeah, so somewhere around 40% or a little less.
Yeah, I think it can work.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
I
think it's reasonable, and God, I just don't want to see a flop with that hand ever.
No,
and I feel like if you're gonna do that type of move, you can choose to do it with better-ish hands, like hands just like suited, like trash, Queen 2 suited or something like that.
Yeah, suited.
I don't know, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, this guy raises, and we decide we are not playing his game. Yeah,
you could 3-bet.
Yep, small blind. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I probably hate playing the small blind more than most people do. Even I'm not calling much out of there. That was a small blind.
Oh, not gonna call, but you could raise. You could.
Right. Yeah, I mean calling or trying to get saucy there. I think it gets you into a lot of trouble. We don't need to get in trouble at this point. We can make a lot of chips by just trying to like steal stuff, just raising pre-flop normally without having to.
So we have 6 players on the table right now because I think we're like close to combining or something.
Okay. All right. This guy raises, and he's raising with 8 big blinds. Seeing what you've done before, I'm pretty sure you're gonna call here.
What would you do?
Looking at this guy's stats.
Oh, that's true.
Fuck no. This is actually closer. I mean, it's better than Ace 3, but not that much better.
Yeah, he is running 8-3 over 39 hands, though.
Yeah, but that's still... I definitely don't think he's opening wider than Nash, right? So
no, that's for sure. It's a snap against Nash.
Yeah.
But
you're gonna call, so we'll find out.
We're calling.
So we didn't hit 2 pair this time, so I guess we're fucked.
Oh yeah, I lost.
King 9. Okay, so he's shoving pretty wide. All right, I'm corrected now.
This is a good call.
Yeah, good call. No, he's shoving the right range, but still, I think that's like the bottom of his range.
King 9 is definitely a shove there. No, that's a good shove by him.
Yeah, I think it's the right shove, but I think that's like the bottom of his range. If that's the bottom of his range, there's a lot of hands that beat us.
I Yeah, well, that's just speculation. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Nobody knows.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, he is running a 9:10.5.
yeah, I'm just saying from experience from seeing that.
Yeah,
we are brushing up on the 45-minute mark. So thanks for sticking with us. Hopefully, we're getting pretty close to the end of this, where our champion takes it home. So stick around next time to see him win that sick heads-up match, or maybe not. Who knows what'll happen? My beer today was not that one. My beer today was the Fire Rock Pale Ale from Kona Brewing out in Hawaii. Pretty tasty pale ale.
Are we pretending that? Oh, okay. So I'm still drinking that same Fireman's Four.
Well, see, nobody's noticing that we're wearing the same shirts through all the videos, so therefore they assume.
Oh, yeah, we definitely filmed these on different
We filmed
sessions.
at different days, but
Yeah.
we kept the costumes the same so that you didn't get confused for continuity's sake. It's
Well,
okay.
there's never a day in Austin, Texas that I'm not drinking a Fireman's Four.
Cheers. Thanks for watching. Come back next week for some more poker for us to finish this up here.